I'm sorry. 2 out of 3 people.
No. Time out.
2 out of 3 people on the west from the west side.
No, look. Time out
again. Have gotten shot.
Look. Again, black people shoots the person specifically, not everybody. White people shoot everybody. Everybody. You got shot by a black person. He shot one person at the bus stop, and that was it.
Hey, Titi, are you from the west? Are you from the west? You from the west? Where you from?
Washington Manor, ain't you?
Nah, I grew up in North Charleston on the west side. West side, North Charleston, same thing.
You from North Charleston?
And
Charleston.
Okay, so 2 out of 2 west side motherfuckers on this Zoom have gotten shot below the waist.
You mad because you grew up a Huxtable kid?
No, I'm super proud. Super proud. I'm happy.
Hey, look, sweater vest and button-ups.
Yeah,
in the Bible.
4 out of 5 people in this group
with the
had hard living.
And the ruffle shirt. The ruffle shirt.
Get your pinkies
hard living.
We had hard living over here.
You got a closet full of cardigans.
Cashmere sweaters and shit.
No. Pass down cardigans. Because I got an older brother, one.
Nigga, still a cardigan. It don't matter.
I ain't got no cardigan.
Why you so happy about the cardigan though?
Cause didn't have that.
Fit one.
You know when I was young, my father worked at a toy factory. We ate the fucking toys.
Warning, the following program is not permitted for listeners under the ages of 18. Views and thoughts expressed on this show solely belong to the host and the guest of the show. We are not professional therapists, gamblers, politics, nor anything else. Just a couple of people with jokes and opinions. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please be advised this program is not for the sensitive or weak.
No donut. You look like you're about to have breakfast at Manor Mill.
Oh, Manor Mill. That nigga look like Old Man River.
All right, so dig. Let's jump on in, man. Welcome to another episode of Brothers Having Breakfast. I'm your host, B. Mitch. To my left is T to you up to the left.
What's happening, man? It's Dutch in the building. You already know what it is.
Hey, it's your boy Show God 23. Salute, B. Jones.
It's Jimmy.
He said it's Jimmy.
It's Jimmy. It's Jimmy.
Hey, you already know what it is. Cuzzo, aka Black Magic.
Hey, go ahead and mute Addison's mic now.
I know I'm about to.
He about to have a 35-minute intro, and don't nobody give a fuck about it.
What up, everybody? It's the Diamond Crook. You know what I'm saying? Coming at you live. We are here with the crew. Brothers is having breakfast. We killed it. We got the squad together.
Then we about to mute.
Mute. Look, man, we gotta put a limit on what you can say on your intro, man, because that nigga don't listen. He don't listen at all.
Oh, that's some preacher's kids. Preacher kids. So, dig, we're gonna start it off with what we saw. The first topic was shitty parenting. Shitty parenting. There's been a lot of shitty parenting.
So are parents shitty if they got their kids? Their kids got them silver caps in their mouth by the time they're like 4.
Talking about for cavities?
Yeah.
That's just
bad. Little badass kids running around the projects with the little silver caps in, and then they turn into adults with gold teeth. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about.
Isn't that advancing, though? Ain't that an advancement?
Nah, man. But what I'm saying is your badass parents let your teeth get that bad that you got to put that shit in your mouth.
Yeah, but if you go from silver to gold, that's an upgrade, right?
It is kind of an upgrade.
It's an upgrade. It's
not an upgrade. It's naturally growing up into
to take your ass to the dentist.
Well, it's probably an upgrade because you probably, from the shitty parenting, you started selling drugs. So you was like, I got to get these golds put in my mouth now.
We were from eating rocks to selling rocks.
There you go. There you go. Like,
but now,
but I got
what bought it up was so I know I said it in the link earlier, but y'all see the case in Florida. Yeah, in Houston. The kids, them saying they found the kids in the house staying by themselves. It was 3 kids. One was 15.
The oldest 9-year-old
was
15.
Dead for a year.
Yep.
But this is the part that blew me away though. they found the parents, questioned, and released them.
Was they white?
That was we ain't have enough evidence. We coming back though. We gonna come back out.
Cholo on the left, you know what I'm saying? On the bottom right there, he might be white. I don't know, but no disrespect, but white people do weird shit like that.
They do.
Wait, to say that to keep the body there, or to say that they killed the kid?
Brother, they left the kids there.
Yo, y'all talking about y'all talking about the dead body?
Yeah. The parents haven't been to the house in a few months.
Yeah, the parents left. They dipped out. And they said the body was there for over a year.
How old was the oldest kid?
15.
15.
He had been caring for the other two kids.
How is that not like full on neglect?
Off gate. That's what I'm trying to figure out. How do you contact the parents? Question them.
Let me see this. Ain't no black kids. That amount of time it ain't said. It's gotta be a black kid that's gotta stay home and be quiet.
Hey, Justin, you might have to cut yours down. Your audio sucks.
There's an echo going on. I heard. Y'all.
Got a whole church choir in his room.
It's coming from
you might have to jump out and jump back in.
The window.
Yo, everybody. I'm like, come on, man.
Yeah, you might have to jump out and jump back in.
The window.
Hey, but saying though, like, what I'm saying, so they just let him go.
You gotta put on his phone.
Is that word? Is that
or like get some furniture so that like I soak up some of that sound.
That nigga said get some furniture.
this nigga sitting in the back of his car right now.
Better get some blower furniture.
That would have probably been
Jimmy in the office. That's dope. That's dope as fuck.
Jimmy in the office. Why that nigga bundled up?
Because I'm on the porch.
Jimmy out there, he got all the white men behind him. Like he's like, listen, I knew that I was gonna be around a bunch of black dudes, and so I figured I'd bring some of my cousins with me.
Why you got Work Sullivan's donation clause on your neck? Get out of here, man.
Just because I like the items that I buy in my time.
This is what we doing.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Justin can't laugh. His audio is too loud.
I kept mine. You dig what I'm saying? I was able to keep mine. I had this cloth forever.
He showed Jesus.
Look there, a bunch of spider legs.
I got it from Elliot, and he a stand-up guy.
I give you that. Nothing wrong with Elliot. Elliot's the man.
He is the man.
That's the only person I know that got on. He got a 5-finger silver trash bag rings.
It's 4, and I'll slap the shit out of you with them.
No, you won't.
Oh shit! Hey, you got a random white dude coming here.
I know you want to talk to him. Hey, can we put him in? Hold up.
You see
We're at our white boy quota.
This glass eye Joe right here. You know what I'm saying? Glass eye Joe. My man got the fake.
Hold on now. We're at our white boy quota.
We've already got our white boy quota. We already had 2 white boys here. See?
I love it. You got to get in where you fit in, baby.
Hey, I'm at work though, B. That's all it is to it.
But
yeah, but nobody. But
no affirmative action hires over here.
That daywalker shit.
So look, y'all, I'm the only one here without kids. So my question is, how do y'all feel about it? Because everybody here got kids but me.
That's some bullshit. I'm gonna tell you right now. I ain't never left my son no longer than 3 minutes in the house by himself. As many times I wanted to ditch this nigga because he getting on my nerves. I ain't never done no shit like that.
So how old is your son?
You wanted to ditch him.
His son like ogre.
My son 15 and he ain't no ogre, nigga. Fuck you.
Man, that
So
boy.
you ain't never left a 15-year-old for more than 3 minutes by himself?
I'm talking about little, man. My son.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
for sure.
Like
yeah,
little,
for sure.
15. Bro, listen, man. I guess
the question remains is how old? What's the youngest age? Or at what age do you leave kids by themselves for an extended period of time?
That's not fair because my
what's
mom
an extended period of time,
like 8, 9 years old.
30 minutes. 30 minutes or plus.
30 minutes.
I mean, think about it. You say, okay, you got a 10-year-old, right? And you like, look, I'm gonna run to McDonald's right quick. It should take 10 to 15, but it could take 30. So we'll say average 30 minutes is an extended period of time.
No,
so maybe 20 minutes. Maybe
20
minutes.
You can't be leaving a 10-year-old.
The 10-year-old's riding in the back seat.
Yeah,
and getting a Happy Meal.
I'm not saying you can leave a 10-year-old. I'm saying, for example, what are we saying is what's the youngest age? What's the oldest age? At what time? Or what age? 12?
Like I said, my mom let me.
Yeah, that's why I say 13 or 14.
13.
My mom let me in the crib when I was a kid though. She get a house.
Yeah, it's all. I think it's all independent on who you is, man. Perspective.
That part, because you got latchkey kids, and you feel me?
I had my key was on. I had a key on my neck at 6 years old.
Facts, shoestring at that.
Okay, but what the question would be for you though, as a parent.
I would, like I said, I wouldn't leave my son. Like my son, the older he got, the more the window kind of expanded. But at first, like initially, man, it was like everywhere I went, he went with me.
That part.
You know what I'm saying? So like when he hit like 7, 8 years old, I said, okay, so bro, listen, you know what I want, what you can and can't do. Don't touch nothing. Don't answer the door. I'll be right back. You know what I'm saying? Like once he started cracking like double digits, you know what I'm saying? You 10, you 11. Look, nigga, I'll be right back, man. Like it's just that. I'll be right back. You know what I'm saying? You don't get no time frame. I'll just be right back. You know what I mean? That's just me though.
My 7-year-old, if I know he's on the game, I know I got a good. I can go to the bottom of the hill, hit the store, come right back. I wouldn't trust the past that. Now my 12 and my 13-year-old though together they straight. Like I'm not dropping to be gone for no hours, but I can go handle a couple things.
Justin. You just say a year. I ain't leaving my kid.
I mean, I want to stay in.
Man, your audio suck.
He's too black for that.
You got Sega audio.
Nigga said he got Sega audio.
That nigga got auto-tune audio.
64 audio.
He got auto-tune audio.
That nigga got that dream.
You recorded on
the music.
Hey Brian, remember the song?
You got a cup with string on it. That's what you got.
That nigga said he got a cup with string on it.
That nigga froze. That's just you gonna have to log back out and log back in, darkness.
It's always funny when you gotta log out.
So Addison,
I'm about to load it up on this other computer.
How long for you?
Damn, man. 13, man.
13.
13.
Okay, Addison back in the basement.
Rap City.
Yo, that's crazy. Because if I ask my son, yo, I'm gonna run over here. You want to go? And he be like, nah, I want to stay here and play the game. I'm gonna let that nigga stay home and play the game.
But wait, how old is the boy?
8.
I mean, I don't see no problem with it.
How long you leaving?
I mean, the thing is, though, man, you ain't as a parent. But as a parent, though, you're not gonna leave an 8-year-old in the crib all day long.
I can be gone all day.
Hey, there's a lot of feedback, yo.
Gone all day.
No.
Ask me why I can be gone all day.
Somebody's got some background.
Why can't you be gone all day? I know. That's
he's my son.
It's Justin's mic, man. This shit is playing over and over, man.
He picking up the neighbors.
Hey, man. He need to pull the phone away from his face.
Nah, he gotta log out and log back in.
It's feedback. You know what I'm saying?
You need to turn the lights on so we can see his black ass.
Everything's wrong, man. The fucking audio is the source of COVID.
Black. I mean,
it's staying in the house.
Nigga look like he got a blue tattoo in the middle of his chest.
He the hood Iron Man.
Black man.
That's the Black Falcon.
Black Falcon. Having jokes about black people.
Huh?
All right.
What you say?
So what did we decide on the top? What did we decide on the answer though?
I
mean, there's no definite answer. Like, you know your kids. You know what they're capable of.
That part.
You know what I'm saying? My mother, she grabbed me by my shirt like this and said, look, I'm finna go to work. Don't answer the door. And don't let your father
Don't touch the stove. Don't answer the phone. Hey, look, no bullshit. My mom told me the same thing.
Kid.
You don't answer the phone.
Don't let your father
answer the door. You don't touch the stove. If it can't go in the microwave, then you don't understand. You ain't fucking with it.
Then you ain't eating.
Facts. Like, that's how I was raised.
There you go, TD. So that's how you was raised. You're only gonna raise your kids to not
right
the
way
you
do
the same thing. Well, you ain't gonna do the same thing, but you know what he's capable of doing.
Right.
You gotta take this nigga with me. Right. You gotta analyze it as a parent. Do I take him with me or can I leave him here? Some kids you gotta be hands-on.
Is he gonna want to go with you? You know what I'm saying? Is he gonna want to go with
that
you?
That part.
You know
like my son told me, he don't always want to go when his mama be going places.
He don't want to go. He don't want to always go with you places. Period. You know what I'm saying? So there gonna be times when he gonna want to sit at the crib. He gonna want to play the game, and in the back of your mind, you will know that not only is he safe where he at because he's not doing nothing crazy, but you got him locked in the house. And you know, me personally, my son had a phone at 11. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't the best phone in the world, but it was a phone nonetheless. I programmed every number he needed to have, he could use right there to touch. You know what I'm saying? Look, I was 1, his mama was 2. You know what I'm saying? Just hit the one button, hit talk, boom, my phone rang.
And then TD, my son got a phone now.
Right. And that's another thing. So what age is appropriate for a phone though? You see what I'm saying? That's another question.
That right there.
It depends on your child. It depends on your child.
Again, it all depends on your child. You're right, on your child.
Right, it depends on your child.
A lot of kids ain't mentally responsible for that at that age. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, my son, it wasn't the fact that he wasn't mentally responsible for it. I just didn't want him to be exposed to the internet that fast. You see what I'm saying? I didn't want all that bullshit in his face. I didn't want him to have X, Y, and Z exposed to him. I wanted it to be, you know what I'm saying? Like, look, my nigga, this is gradually give it to him, spoon feeding. You know what I'm saying? Just gradually spoon feed this man.
Like, he's at home, his mother takes his phone. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Which I get it. You know, you don't want him on the phone all the time, but his phone is to communicate. That's all. Like, if we live together, he probably wouldn't need a phone to 11 like your son. Right. But because he's away from me, I gotta have a way to communicate with him. So that's
another thing. And that's another thing too. As a parent, though, you know what I'm saying? Like, as a parent, like, you know, do you have the conversation with the other parent, you know what I'm saying, about the phone? Like, okay, so listen, this is what do you set the guidelines and the line for it? Like, okay, this is what it's for, this is why he needs it, nothing else. Or do you just give it to him and just let him run with it?
No, there's got to be some type of guidelines.
No, I mean,
think about it like this. When we was kids,
I know a lot of little kids right now that got phones and they got like total access at like 8, 9 years old to like YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all that shit. And it's like, yo, you do realize you fucking these kids up in the long run.
You said that with such passion.
I mean, because it's a real thing. Because because we was talking about it yesterday, the whole little mental health and the social media shit, bro. That shit don't matter. That does not make sense to me. That's an argument we can have, for real.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Because I grew up in a household with somebody who was mentally unstable all the time and still is to this day. You know what I'm saying? And we didn't have the internet back then. Nigga, if that shit bother you like that, turn your fucking phone off. Delete the apps, nigga. Ain't no such thing as cyberbullying. You gotta see me at some point. You can say it behind your phone. For real though, like, it's dead serious. This shit real, man.
Yeah, that's.
Hey, I mean, I couldn't imagine.
Good point, TD. Good point.
I couldn't imagine a young teenage Brian Mitchell with the internet in his hands.
It's not important.
But imagine all of us with the internet at that age.
That part. I mean, and then you get to deeper, darker things, like to us, we had to find the VHS. To them, they just press in.
VHS, baby.
That nigga said VHS, bro. You had to download the old.
Took me back. Took me back.
Beta tape.
I think I kicked Addison out by accident.
And where Jimmy and where Cuzzo go? He gone too.
I just trying to get him back in.
Hey, mine about to get real loud. I'm gonna step outside and smoke. You ain't gonna be able to hear shit at all. So if you can't hear me, mute my mic so I can smoke real quick. Is that straight?
Go ahead.
I mean, I'm on the clock right now. That's all I'm saying.
But I think it's to each his own, though. As far as I tell you one thing about my kid, though, even though he has a phone and he does like being in the house by himself, but if say we outside, just around the neighborhood, and it's dark, and I say you walk down that block, I'll walk down this block, and we'll come back around, meet in the middle. He looked at me, he said, "Nah." I said, "You can't walk down there by yourself," because he's like, "Nah, I ain't ready for that." Now that right there, that shows you at least
that's a level of maturity that your son has.
Capable of.
Right. That's a mental thing. That's mentally like he knows his limits. He knows where he can go. He knows what he can't do, what he can do. But the thing is, that's also as a parent, that's also something that you instilled in him. My nigga, you know what your limits are. Don't push your limits. If you don't feel like you can do it, don't do it.
Right. You ain't got to impress me. Yeah, that's what I tell you. You ain't got to.
You see what I'm saying? Because like me as a parent, you know what I'm saying? I tell my son all the time, I said, Brett, like, because like he'll get in those modes where he feel like he want to say something to somebody, but he don't know how. Nigga, just say it. I don't give a fuck if they don't like it or not. As long as you get it out, and it's out there, you good.
It ain't fucking with you, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? As long as that's off your chest and you feel like, okay, you accomplished what you was accomplishing by saying what you said. Now, how they receive it and how they take it, that's on them. You know what I'm saying? They don't make no difference to you. It shouldn't. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like I said, that's parenting. You know your child. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I remember I think the most impactful conversation I've ever remembered from my mother is her telling me, like, look, as long as you're respectful and you go about it the right way, it don't matter if it's the president of the United States, you can speak your mind. I mean, and I've instilled that into my children. So my 12-year-old kind of took it and ran with it, but the rest of them know.
Hey, can y'all hear me?
That's all right though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh yeah.
I'm not.
Hey, look. We're gonna have to jump off and jump back on. I'm gonna have to create a whole nother link because I think where I tried to kick off Addison's second thing, it kicked him off altogether.
You ain't never working them all?
No, man, it's a whole other black person.
Oh, post office, hell yeah.
You got your black people mixed up.
Message.
You racist.
Oh, that's racist for me to be able to enjoy movies that have come out. So, okay.
By black people. I
can't watch The Color Purple no more.
Stop enjoying our stuff.
Guilt, Jimmy.
What I told you, Brian. What'd you say, Addison?
I said no one cares about your white guilt, Jimmy.
Oh, no, I have no white guilt. I've done nothing wrong.
Not what I heard.
Ooh, yeah, that's true. Jerry.
Did you text it to TD?
Yeah, you know, he got that.
He probably still on his smoke break. Do we really need TD to continue?
Well, I mean, he the one brought it up. It was his topic. But I mean, we don't have to. We thought he was going to have a hemorrhoid appointment today, so he wasn't going to be here. That's what I was going to use. If he didn't show up, that's what I was going to use, but he showed up. TD can't be here today due to his.
Oh man, listen, if he didn't show up, I was gonna say that he ain't show up because I told him shut up last episode.
Right at the end, shut up. It was like shut up, TD. It went off.
That was like you would have thought that was time.
It was.
But I know what he's doing. But I know what he's doing in the room.
I thought that shit was funny. All right, so Dig, TD had asked, does a man have to be the sole breadwinner of the household?
Has to be.
That's what he asked.
Has to be.
Does he have to be?
Man, I think it depends on a couple different variables. And this time, in this day and age, for most people, it's difficult for a man to be the sole breadwinner.
Shit, I don't think I said.
However, if a man is making enough money, if a man is making enough money and he comes from a traditional background, and we'll say traditional as you know what I mean, like the man works the women, if she wants to work, she can. If not, like I feel like if I'm making enough bread to cover us comfortably, and you decide that you want to make sure these kids have a mother full time, I'm all down for it. At the same time, if you got dreams and visions that you want to pursue too, I'm even more in support of that. But you know, we're in a new day and age where everybody doesn't come from a conventional, traditional, you know, and then even then you got to really say what's traditional, because that's based off different families. You feel
The
me?
nuclear family is traditional. If you don't have nuclear families, you don't have communities. If you don't have communities, you can't, you know,
Not true
have a
anymore.
stance on anything.
That's not true.
I agree, but even within the nuclear family,
we're not talking about what's not true anymore. He asked what's traditional.
Well,
what are we talking about?
Breadwinner household. Your question.
The nuclear family is definitely traditional, but even within the nuclear family, there's different cultures that have different things, and you still have the nuclear family: the mother, the father, and the children. That's the nuclear family.
Moon, and stars.
And so it's like it could be cultural. It could be a variety of different things. Addison,
go ahead, expand on what you were saying, Addison.
I don't remember what was
it's
I
not
saying.
True anymore.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, shit. All you gotta do is look as far as like a show like Modern Family. You know what I'm saying? It was titled as such for a reason, and the fact that they had different styles of what they tried to. It was like they tried to show you different ways of having basically families. They were all still connected as a family. You know what I mean? They had the two gay dudes. They had the
See, that's that shit I don't like. I don't like that shit. They pushing that shit, man. Fuck that.
It is. It's propaganda because how
they've
rare
been pushing it. The show was great though. So like
they
had the mother father with the kids that all grew up on the show, and they had old man and his younger wife. You know what I'm saying? Sophia Vergara with them big ass yin yin.
Yeah, but think about it like this: despite what look, it is a good
baby
show.
Mother.
It is a good show.
Also, she was a baby mother. Yeah, she was a baby mother.
But despite what they're saying in Modern Family, that's not really. That's such a rarity.
Still not a rarity. No. What's not a rarity is that that families come in so many different shapes and sizes now that it's not fair to try to say what is a traditional family. You're gonna have.
It is fair.
It is fair.
Because hey, look, ain't nothing traditional about two dudes in the crib take raising kids together. That's not traditional.
It's traditional if you live that lifestyle.
That part.
I guess, but at the same time, though, like the thing is, though, man, like, but at what point do you feel like that shit's fucking the kids up, though?
I mean, but at the same time, it's like even with my belief system, I would say it's wrong. But there's situations where two gay dudes raising children way better than other circumstances.
That's also true. That's a true statement. But at the same, but again, though, you putting that kid in a situation though that he ain't able to explain and or defend himself in. You see what I'm saying?
How do you explain that?
Say that again, TD.
I said you putting a kid in a situation where he has to defend himself and explain himself at every turn because you got other kids and other people that don't understand that dynamic of that family.
That's gonna happen anyway, though.
But I'm saying though, why would you want to put your child in that situation?
I mean,
that's gonna happen anyway.
Anybody two people that love each other not thinking like
that. Family is always gonna have to feel like they got to do that.
Like it kind of depends in a way. Because like my cousins, it's never come up concern around my cousin.
Who's raising their kids to feel like they got to defend their family's honor?
Everybody got to defend their family's honor, though.
Do they?
Yeah, everybody feels that. Hey, don't talk about my mama. Don't talk about my mama. That's the
family. That's defending your family. Yo, leave my granny out of this.
Every last motherfucker that said anything about my mama don't not
get my father, son.
They don't know. They don't know that woman. They don't know she makes cakes. She's a saint.
So. Yes, she is. Your mother is a saint. Mine is too.
But that's the look. That's the
whole
don't
do me like
basis
that. Don't do that.
Family.
Don't do that. All right. I'm gonna keep that in mind. Yup.
Preachers kids,
of family.
That's them preachers' kids.
If there's no defending the family honor, there's no family. Period.
That's not true. You know
if you have a family,
why do I have to listen?
You're gonna defend their honor.
What power do I gain by fighting someone random over whether or not they said something about my family.
But that's not the point.
My family winning.
That's not the point. The point is you still got to defend.
Well, my family winning.
Look,
but you defending though.
I said the niggas get my father.
But that's not the argument.
To get that ball.
It is my argument. That's my argument.
That's my argument. The argument is moot when it comes to the mind of a child who feels that that's what they have to do. What's still happening is they're still defending the honor, whether they're doing it legitimately, whether they're doing it the right way.
Usually, you're only defending the honor of your family because you feel a certain way about your family.
Again, that goes back to the point of putting your child in a situation where they got to defend and talk about it
and be raising their children to have the answers to the questions that may be asked about them. If somebody go out there and be like, yo, you know what I'm saying?
That usually does in a two-parent
why your dad look like a pirate? And they gonna be able to say like, well, my dad's been weird all his life. And they gonna know the answer.
They're gonna like my dad's name was Addison.
Penis Parker.
But I mean, I agree with you, Addison. I do agree with you because my mom always told me if it don't bother me, don't let it bother me.
It'll respond to this world about our space anyway. So it's not a question of putting these children in some sort of situation that they gotta defend or whatever. That's gonna happen if we're in the projects. That's gonna happen if we're in, you know what I'm saying, the hood.
But we grew up in the projects though.
We're in the suburbs. Hey, that's gonna happen.
You need to turn down your gaydar though, G. You can't be like that these days. Not saying
to do with being gay.
I don't know, but I'm saying when we first started, TD was adamant about.
He was like, "Nah, nigga, ain't no two dads. We can't have that shit."
Yeah.
Parenting has nothing to do. Parenting has nothing to do with being gay or not.
It don't.
Nope.
I think you need to say that the other way around. Being gay has nothing to do with whether you're a good parent or not.
I'll take that. Pause.
But even look back to the
something to do with parenting.
Sure,
back to the honor and the family thing. Like Addison, I agree with you. My mom always taught me if it don't bother me, don't let it bother you. But we're just touching on verbal. What about if somebody tries to jump your brother? Somebody tries to jump your mother.
That jumping is something completely different. You're
still defending their honor.
You're not trying to defend honor at that point. You're defending body.
You're protecting
his honor.
You're defending body.
That's not honor.
That's not honor.
Okay,
that's not honor.
All right, so let me ask you this. If you let your brother get jumped, isn't it fair to say that you ain't got no honor?
No.
Oh, okay.
It all depends.
It saying that you got no bravery. I'm saying you got no bravery.
Clearly,
not enough loyalty. That's not honor.
Black people have a different definition of honor than white people. That's what you're doing, Jimmy.
And Japanese people.
That's why y'all shoot up the whole schools instead of just shooting at one person.
Hey, don't put that on me. I got shot at the school bus. I don't read that shit.
Oh man, he 50 Cent.
Nah, no, I got shot. I got shot once.
Every nigga on 2 out of 3 niggas from the west side. I'm sorry, 2 out of 3.
No. Time out. 2
out of 3 people on the west from the west side.
No, look, time out again.
Have gotten shot.
Look, again, black people shoots the person specifically, not everybody. White people shoot everybody.
Everybody.
You got shot by a black person. He shot one person at the bus stop, and that was it.
Hey, TD, are you from the West? Are you from the West? You from the West? Where you from?
Washington Manor, ain't you?
Nah, I grew up in North Charleston on the west side. West side, North Charleston, same thing.
You from North Charleston?
And Charleston.
Okay, so 2 out of 2 West Side motherfuckers on this Zoom have gotten shot below the waist.
You mad because you grew up a Huxtable kid?
No, I'm super proud. Super proud. I'm happy about it.
Hey, look, sweater vest and button-ups.
Yeah,
in the Bible.
4 out of 5 people in this group
with the
had
bow tie
hard living.
And the ruffled shirt. The ruffled shirt.
Picture pinkies
hard living.
Yeah, hard living over here.
You got a closet full of cardigans.
Cashmere sweaters and shit.
No. Pass down cardigans. Because I got an older brother, one.
Nigga, still a cardigan. It don't matter.
I ain't got no cardigan.
Why you so happy about the cardigan though?
Cause didn't have that.
Fit one.
You know when I was young, my father worked at a toy factory. There. We ate the fucking toys.
There you go. I see the show now. My niggas show.
We had Pop-Tarts for stocking stuffers.
Stocking stuffers? What you mean, nigga? Hey, stocking stuffers for us was bills, nigga. We used to put the bill. They used to put the bills in our name and put them in the stockings and be like, "Hey, this is what you got to pay
for now." Stocking stuffers on our feet because it was cold.
Don't you do that? Don't you do that?
You said what?
So we put the stocking stuffers on their feet. All right, dig. Let's jump to this next.
Motherfucker, it's December like a motherfucker. Give me that damn suck off that damn chip. That don't work.
Like shit, stocking stuffers, last year's toenails.
Hey, shows how. Hey, look, it shows crib, man. They was using tube socks and stockings. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, how many motherfuckers about to go through their kids' stocking? Go through their kids' Halloween candy though.
Every last one of us. Fuck you talking about?
Plan.
Fuck you talking about? Hey, look, like they say, man. Like the Ghetto Boy said, this year Halloween fell on the weekend. I'm going straight through everything.
So dig. So the next question came from Jimmy, and Jimmy said, "How important is emotional intelligence within male leadership?"
It's a big
I think
deal.
it should be leadership
Very
altogether.
important.
It's very important,
No,
man. Well, the thing is, though, listen, man. It all depends on the type of person, though, because certain people are overly emotional about certain things. You know,
that's not emotionally intelligent, though.
No.
So emotional intelligence.
Have high emotional intelligence to deal with a person that's highly emotional.
But what I'm saying is, if you got somebody that is a leader and they're dealing with you want emotional intelligence. You know what I'm saying? Again, certain topics may be a little bit more emotional, opposed to just, you know what I mean, like thinking about it before you say it. You see what I'm saying? If that makes sense.
No, but with the leader or with the people they're dealing with?
With the leader, because if Jimmy yourself, you lead this crew right here, right now, and say, let's just say Mitch say something to you as a leader, you're gonna have to address that, right? Sure. But the thing is, are you emotionally intelligent enough to deal with it in a certain fashion where it's not going to be rubbing him the wrong way, pause, or coming off as you being a dickhead? You see what I'm saying?
Or just getting upset your damn self.
Well, because emotional intelligence, and Addison, correct me if I'm wrong, is understanding my emotions, knowing how to manage them properly, and also understanding the emotions of others.
That's right, but not a lot of people look at it. Not a lot of people do that though.
True.
That's literally what he just said.
Well, I'm a group facilitator, so for the last year, I've been teaching groups and rehabs and detoxes, whether it's in person or on Zoom. So I've had to really own the skill of facilitating a group of people who are emotionally unstable, who are new to getting sober, and so some emotions arise. You know, I got to be able to let people joke and laugh, but at the same time, all right, we're done with the crosstalk. Let's move forward. And so I think that for you to be a leader, yes, I think you have to have emotional intelligence.
Be a leader means you need to know how to move your pieces. And if you need to know how to move your pieces, you need to know what it is you're dealing with. Because if you need to understand if you need to slay a beast, you need to know what beast you got. And controlling, maneuvering, and or shifting people, their minds, their bodies, whatever, requires, knowledge of what it is that you have in front of you. You can't just go at some clay and just go fucking with it. You got to know what clay you got, what you're dealing with, which way you're going to mold it. Emotional intelligence is a mean tool in that lane of interaction with people. I mean, I don't want to feel like I'm saying how to manipulate folk.
But manipulation isn't always a bad thing.
That's what it is, though. That's what it is, though.
But manipulation has so much of a negative
stigma
stigma on it. It's got so much of a stigma on it that people hear the word and they're like, but the sculptor manipulates things. The sculptor manipulates the clay. You know what I'm saying? You mold these things. That is a manipulation. You mold this universe to your liking.
I mean, would manipulation just be strong persuasion?
What?
Properly.
Would manipulation just be strong persuasion?
Or suggestive persuasion, one of the two.
Sometimes manipulation of anything takes many forms. It manifests in a bunch of different ways. But
for sure,
in this instance, what I'm saying is, it's how you make things happen for yourself.
Go manipulate that cigarette, don't you?
In a way.
Well, Brian, the reason I brought up male leadership is because, I think we're getting into a day and age where it's more acceptable for men to express emotions. But it's like it's always been common for women to do it. But I think men are more emotionally intelligent than women on average. And most people would say that's backwards.
I'm not gonna say emotionally intelligent. I'm just gonna say men use more logic than women do when it comes to emotion. Because see, I can eliminate the emotion out of a situation. So me and my girlfriend are arguing. If I take the emotion out of the situation and think of it rationally, then there goes your answer. But a woman's not gonna look at it that way.
Intelligence.
Woman looking at why she feels the way she feels, as opposed to listening to what was actually being said.
Right.
She mad and is upset.
You can't say that men are more emotionally intelligent than women. You know what I'm saying?
But wouldn't it be emotionally intelligent to put your emotions in the proper place and use rationale to figure out the problem?
No,
Tell that to a woman. Tell that to an angry woman.
No,
you tell that
I'm
to
not
an angry
stupid,
woman.
TD. I'm not
No,
dumb.
we're having the conversation here.
That's cap. That's cap.
Fuck them.
He said, "Hey, look, show Rice out here, man. He ain't show God, it's show Rice." Look at you. Elevator. Overhead right. Show Turner. Look, there you go.
Yeah, I probably have to ride with. I don't really feel like men are. I would have to say that too. Cause niggas be tripping sometimes, and they kill niggas. True. You don't see females just going out here. You don't see females just going out here killing each other over dumb shit. You from Chicago? That's different.
You want to be a leader and you want to move people. You got to know what moves them.
How often you look on the news and be like, two females got into a shootout outside the club?
But then, like with what Addison's talking about with leadership,
listen.
Like an alpha male in a wolf pack, they lead from the back, and so it's like, do you have to even be seen to be
okay, to piggyback off of what Jimmy's saying, I bet you whoever's shooting is because of a bitch.
It's usually two dudes though.
Or they fighting over a bitch, one of the two.
Or they fighting, yeah. But you don't see
because they not emotionally intelligent.
Yeah, that's why I would say I'm not going to say that men are more emotionally intelligent than females.
All right, so then if we've solidified, if we've established that men lack emotional intelligence, so if we've established that, then doesn't that make my question even more poignant? That how important is it for men to have emotional intelligence if they are going to be leaders?
We said that. We said very.
I think it goes back to many are called and few are chosen.
That part.
Not everybody gets the lead.
I got one for you, Addison.
And
with great power comes great responsibility.
And all them people that are leading, all them people that are leading,
emotional intelligence.
You stupid.
You the only one that heard me.
I heard it land on me.
What happened?
I told him, I told him with great power comes great responsibility, but it's the truth.
I mean, it is the truth, but
it is the truth.
I was asleep, man. You gonna do some
Addison, man, he ain't said. Y'all ready? Is that what y'all laughing at?
What?
He ain't Addison, man. He ain't said first.
That's one by the way.
I wouldn't have said it.
No, it was just a shot fired.
Much is given, much is required, Jimmy.
And so, hey, look, with our cliche sayings, I think one of the most important things to know is leadership is everybody can't be Jordan. Somebody got to be Pippen. So it's like
you gotta have a Robinson your Batman. You got to.
People have to know their roles. Me and Brian talk about that all the time. Like,
can't everybody be King Arthur? Somebody's going to be Lancelot.
Everybody don't need a microphone in their hand. Some people need to know how to run
your wife and try to fuck her.
Somebody got to be Tito.
Lancelot was dope.
I mean,
yeah,
look,
but he also tried to steal King Arthur's woman.
Well, that bitch was bad.
That part.
He was
the chastity belt.
Hey, fellas, listen, man. Hey, look, fellas, I hate to cut this short, man. I'm on the clock. I got another 10 minutes before they get back to me. So I'm gonna have to jump over here. I appreciate the time and effort. Hey, look, this is Dutch signing off. Hey, Jimmy, y'all be easy. Mitch,
be safe, man.
Y'all already know, man. Hey, I love y'all, man. Y'all be good.
For sure.
For sure.
D-Man, I said what up.
Later, T.
So we got 10 minutes left. So do you want to jump on? You want to wait for this this next
no,
one. So
come
next
on
week,
with it, B.
we can come with Addison, who he wants to punch in the face this week and why.
Hey, yeah, look, check it out. I got one, a good one for me, who needs punched in the face. Governor Joe Manchin, not governor, what is it, Senator Manchin? Yeah, man. He need punched in the face, fam. You know what I'm saying? Because he's holding up, you know what I'm saying, shit in the Senate. Because he's like the last Democrat every time. Like, every time they be like, oh, man, do we got the Democrats? No, we don't got Manchin. Why not? Because his state is Republican, but he's a Democrat. But the governor ran for Democrat, but then he switched to Republican after he won. Blah, blah, blah. It's Trump country. It's West Virginia. And like Manchin's in the way. Every time they keep saying they want to like do something with this new thing they got coming out, Biden and blah, blah, blah. It's like Manchin's in the way. They like, who's in the way? Oh, we got the votes, except we need Manchin. Number 50. 50 of 50. You dig what I'm saying? The last vote. The one that's holding up everything. They said that Manchin don't want to have Medicare cover vision and dental. He don't want to have a community college be free. He done took both of those shits out whatever it is they got pushing up, and something else. Oh, the clean energy shit. He keep wanting to hold on to coal, and we all know. Now, see, here's the problem. Here's the thing. West Virginia depends on coal, but everyone knows that coal is gonna have to go away eventually. Instead of trying to get ahead of it, West Virginia keeps bitterly holding on to it. I know it made West Virginia a lot of money over time. And it still brings in a pretty nice amount. Not what it used to, but it still brings in them buckets. But we know it's going away. One, it's a finite resource. Two, it fucks up the air. It kills everything around it. Three, it's bad for everything.
Kills the workers.
And the desire for it is going down. The demand for it is continuously diminishing. But
damn vegans.
Because of what it is, and because of who the citizenry of West Virginia, for the most part, is, Governor Manchin will be like, nah, we need to keep coal, and we ain't having that. And so they took the energy part out of it. And so like he been fighting on like every single step of whatever it is that this man is trying to push through in the Senate. And so I feel like for that, you know what I'm saying? Hey, my mans, you need punched in the face. You're a jackass. You need punched in the face. Go with the squad. The squad is saying, hey, this is what we doing. He like, nah, let's hold on a minute because West Virginia might not like it. And that's my people's. Even though they moving backwards, I mean, that's the ones that voted me in. That's the ones that voted me in here. So I got to stay. So let's not do that. He need punched in the face. So my bad. Look, Manchin, you need punched in the face.
Man, big up to my nigga knowing this.
I'm gonna say all four rings to the face.
And there it is.
To the face.
Right across the rings, the ridges on his forehead. Fire.
He left unity. Unity.
Yeah.